Now let's go to the last one that we see over here is the ordinate dimensioning. Now if you see the picture, see how ordinate dimensioning starts? It starts at a certain point. Like in this case, it's 0, 0. If you look all the way in the lower left-hand corner, and the dimensions go from 0 going vertical and going horizontal, as in going on the x-axis and going on the y-axis. So for that, if I would want to give this object ordinate dimensions, first thing I will have to do is obviously erase the dimension that I already have. Then I have to give it a point of origin, which is 0, 0. Now to do that, I will move this object to the origin, which is 0, 0, and then dimension it from there. Because I could still dimension it from here, but the location of this point on the screen, if you look down on your status bar all the way to the left, it shows minus 49.118. You know, it shows the x-axis, y at 21,986, and z at 0. But I want to make sure that it's on 0, 0, 0. So that would be my start point for dimensioning. So I am going to right now just draw a line using the line command. Hit enter. Specify first point of line. I want to specify right there because I know that that's where 0, 0, 0 is. But to specify, I'm going to type 0, 0, enter. See, and specify next point. It doesn't matter where I click. I'll click anywhere on the screen. Now I'm sure that my 0, 0, 0 is right here. So I will move my whole drawing from this point till that point. Now I am sure my drawing is lined up at this point to 0, 0, 0. Now I could go ahead and use this ordinate dimension, starting with here, maybe going down. See that? 0, 0. Then I go spacebar again. I'm going to make sure that I'm lining it up in the same. And that one, then the third one. So ordinate dimension is used for exercises where you have a lot of circles and stuff like that, right? So it makes it easier to find the location. Then I need that one. Again, I have to make sure I'm in line. So if you see, it starts with 0, then it went to 2, 5, 8, till wherever I go in the end, maybe here. Okay. I could have it even lined up straight. It's up to me. Okay, so that's ordinate dimensioning on this axis. Then I could go in from here. See, that's 0. Then this is 2. That's 4. That's 6. And that's 10. Only thing I have to make sure is my drawing is aligned or starts with 0, 0, 0. And then that's where I do my ordinate dimension.
Let's take a quick look at another example. Here is a part that is fully unconstrained. There are no geometric constraints applied to this at all. So what I'll do is choose to auto-constrain, like I did before, and select this part. You can see AutoCAD has applied some basic constraints. These two circles have been constrained to be concentric to each other, so when I move the center one, the outer one moves. And then you can see these lines have been constrained to be tangent to the smaller circle. So if I move this circle, the lines move with it. Auto-constrain's made a good first pass at it, but it's not quite there for me. For example, when I move this circle, notice how those parts move. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that moves tangent to the inner circle. So undo that. So I'm going to apply a couple of tangent constraints. So I'll choose tangent, select the line and the circle, and then I'll do it again for the other line. So now these two lines are constrained to be tangent not only to this outer circle, but also to this inner one. So now when I move the part, it responds much more like what I was expecting.
Now here's tangent. Now if you remember back in geometry, tangent means there's an object that crosses a arc or circle at exactly one point on that arc or circle and doesn't cross it, but it touches it at exactly only one point. Probably not the best explanation, but if you pull out those old algebra books or geometry books, you can look that up and probably get a lot better description than I just gave you. But anyway, so let's say I've got two circles here, okay? And I want to draw a line from the tangent point of this circle to the tangent point of that circle. Well, I'm going to zoom in here, make it a little bit easier for you to see. Well, if I were just to guess, boy, that would be pretty hard. I have to do some calculations to figure out where that is. Because if I picked here, pretty close, well, I'm not going to get exactly tangent, am I? I mean, I'm going to be either crossing or I'm not going to touch it exactly. So instead, I'm going to use my object snap tangent. So I'm going to start my line command, bring up my OSnap menu, and I'm going to say tangent. So for my first point of my line, I'm going to say tangent to, and then notice my little tangent icon pops up. Tangent to, notice my command line, this circle, approximately somewhere right around here, okay? And then notice as I move my line around, look at that. Look how it stays, that initial point is tangent, okay? Now for my second point, I want it to be tangent to this circle. So again, I'm going to bring up my OSnap menu, click on tangent. Now I'm going to move over to this circle, and look at there. If I pick up here, it's going to be tangent up here. If I pick down here, it's going to be tangent there. Let's pick here. I see my icon, hit enter, and hit enter again. Now look at that. This line starts exactly tangent to this circle and ends exactly tangent to this circle. It doesn't cross, but it touches at exactly one point on those two circles. So that's your tangent object snap.